everyone. Welcome to week 3 of our Sleep Better Naturally Challenge. Okay, how are you doing with your sleep? I really want to hear from you in the comments. So tell me what's working, tell me what's not. I just got some surprise data from my watch. I knew I was having more sleep challenges than I used to, but I didn't realize just how bad it was until I tracked it for a few weeks using my Apple Watch. So here are my averages for the last month. Average time in bed, 6 hours, 57 minutes. Not too bad, right? Until I saw the average time asleep, only 4 hours and 31 minutes. Not only that, it tracks how much time we spend in different stages of sleep, like REM sleep, core sleep, average deep sleep. My stats showed I spent almost no time in deep sleep. But I have had a few wins. I'm turning off the TV and my phone earlier. I'm usually switching them over to my magical solfeggio sleep music. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go back and watch the last video. But more importantly, I usually don't pick my phone back up. That's the hard part, right? And I'm getting much more consistent using my diffuser at night. Now, as much as I love my essential oils, let's face it, if you're already snuggled in and comfy in your bed, and then you realize you forgot to fill the diffuser, chances of you getting out of bed to do that are pretty slim. So I have a great tip for that coming up. So that's our focus for this episode, those hidden sleep saboteurs that are really hindering our sleep. So are you ready to take it up a notch? Time to be even more proactive and make some more tweaks to achieve deeper, more restful sleep. I mean, my Apple Watch is screaming at me to do it. How about you? Okay, first, I don't know about you, but being prepared for bed ahead of time is really key for me. In fact, last week when I brought my Serenity products here to the office to show you, I forgot to take them back home for 2 more days, and boy, did I pay the price. So I know having what I need handy is crucial, but especially in the middle of the night. I mean, the last thing you want to do is get up and turn on the light or start looking for something. No one's going to fill the diffuser at 3 a.m. in the dark. Am I right? Now, we've all heard that one of the secrets to a great morning is preparing the night before. Lay out your clothes, fill the coffee maker, and set the timer. You know, all the prepping we do for an easy and efficient morning. So, why don't we treat bedtime the same way? Here's some things I'm doing to do just that. Make filling your diffuser really easy. I keep a full, pretty water carafe and my favorite nighttime oils right next to the diffuser, so it's all right there ready to go. And here's a pro tip. So when I find a few oils I really like together, I make a mega batch of it. So like I'll have some breathe oil, and when that bottle is half empty, I'll fill it the rest of the way with some frankincense, some serenity, or some lavender. So in one bottle, I have 3 oils blended together, and I could just use that one bottle to get 4 or 6 drops out of. Even better, get some dropper tops that fit onto your essential oil bottles and repurpose those for your diffuser blends. Next, keep your Serenity stick right beside your bed within arm's reach. You can grab it and use it when you need it most in the middle of the night, even with your eyes closed. I've tested it. And then, have you heard of habit stacking? So habit stacking involves developing new habits by pairing them with activities you're already doing. So for example, I keep my Serenity soft gels in the bathroom now, right next to my toothbrush. Actually, if you remember, my favorite combo is 1 Serenity and 1 Copaiba. So they're right there by my toothbrush. When I brush my teeth before bed, I see them, I remember, take them. All right, another big one is compromising with your sleep partner. Remember we talked about optimizing that sleep haven, especially considering sound, lighting, temperature. I've heard from a lot of you saying that, hey, it's so hard because my husband wants the TV on all night and I don't, or he likes it really cold, but I like it nice and warm. Okay, time to compromise. Talk through how detrimental poor sleep is for both of you and work out some give and take. If he likes the temperature colder than you do, remember, science actually shows that we sleep better in a colder environment. So maybe put on some warmer pajamas or add a blanket to your side of the bed. You might be surprised how quickly you acclimate and actually end up sleeping better. I know that's easier for me to say because I'm a hot flash of menopause and mama, but it's worth a try, right? If one of you likes the TV or the devices on, see if you can at least set a scheduled time that it shuts off or switches over to your solfeggio music or your nature sounds. Most devices now have at least an automatic shut off feature. Another option is you could gradually bump up that device down time earlier, a little at a time. So, like 15 minutes earlier this week, and then 15 minutes earlier starting next week. Again, if you both agree that better sleep is really important, you can find a way to meet in the middle and achieve it. Okay, here's an example. The diffuser in our bedroom was really beautiful and it perfectly matched the decor, but it made this faint little bubbling sound. Now, I barely noticed it, especially with my solfeggio music playing, but apparently it was bothering my husband to the point he was getting up in the middle of the night to go to another bedroom. So I finally compromised and I swapped it out for another diffuser we have that's silent. Doesn't match quite as well, but now we both get our aromatherapy and our music therapy, and we're both pretty happy with the overall arrangement. Okay, 3, technology dependence. Remember in episode 1, we talked about how the blue light from our screen affects our physical state, our circadian rhythms, and actually stimulates our brain instead of relaxing it. So, how can you break yourself of that digital addiction? It might be time for a digital detox. But here are some tips. Number 1, use blue light filters. Lots of devices have settings or apps that reduce the blue light emissions in the evening. So look for features like night shift or night mode to help minimize your blue light exposure. Set screen time limits and put an alarm on your phone, maybe two, to remind you to turn them off. Be accountable to yourself. Create a device-free zone in your bedroom, or at least consider charging your phone out of arm's reach. My secret, once again, of course, is my solfeggio music because I'm using my phone to play it. So I have to make a conscious decision to switch functions on my phone and set it down. Lastly, try switching to warm lighting. Studies actually show that amber colored tones have the least negative effect on our melatonin production, especially compared to blue light or even the normal light we're used to. And these bulbs are actually really easy to find now, so look for amber colored bulbs. Last but not least, our digestive system. What we consume really matters, and this is one that I am having to learn, especially in those hours before bed, whether it's too much food, highly processed food, or just eating too close to bedtime. Here's why. Digesting a meal requires energy, and that increases the production of stomach acids, which can make us uncomfortable. It also increases the chance of acid reflux if you lay down shortly after eating, right? Then digestion is an active process. It actually raises your body's core temperature. And remember, like we talked about in episode 1, our body naturally decreases its core temperature when we're sleeping. So these two things are obviously at odds with each other. Consuming sugary or high carbohydrate foods close to bedtime leads to rapid spikes and drops in our blood sugar levels. This actually can stimulate even more feelings of hunger. And let's not forget, what we drink matters too. Now, caffeine too late in the day is kind of obvious, but alcohol too late can be just as detrimental to a good night's sleep. Now, does that one surprise you? Because it kind of surprised me. Yes, alcohol is indeed a sedative. It initially promotes relaxation and even drowsiness, but its overall impact on sleep is much more complex. It can disrupt our natural progression of those sleep stages. It can actually suppress REM sleep. Remember, that's a crucial one for restorative sleep. It contributes to more wakings in the middle of the night. It's a diuretic, which increases urine production, which means more middle of the night trips to the bathroom. And it contributes to dehydration. Alrighty, that's my top 4. What are yours? So let's share our bad sleep habits in the comments below and get help from our community. Now, if you're winning one of these battles, tell us how you're doing it. You might just inspire someone else who has that same sleep challenge. Hey, did you grab your free Sleep Better ebook? I put the link in the description below, as well as several other resources that I mentioned in these series. So I hope you'll go and grab those for yourself. And if you want more education and support, I also included the link below to our private Facebook community. It's called Natural Wellness Solutions with the Oil Tribe, where we share lots of tips like this and education and support each other in seeking even higher levels of health and wellness through lots of natural remedies, many different forms, not just oils. Now, I know some of these things can feel tough to move past, but you've done hard things before, and the payoff will be so worth it. Plus, this time you have a community of support. In fact, I'd really love it if you would subscribe to my channel, like this video, and share it with others who are struggling with sleep. I mean, everything's better with friends, right? So, my friends, in closing, thank you so much for watching. Please stay tuned for the final episode. It's going to be week 4 of our 30-day sleep challenge coming up. Bye for now.